Alright, it's motorbike Christmas. So I picked up a load of Touratech stuff, and there's the arse of the bike, and so let's get cracking. Alright, first couple of boxes done, and here they are, the Zega Pro 2 from Touratech. This is, I think, the 31 and the 38 litre box, so one is bigger than the other. Obviously the one on the right hand side is going on the right hand side of the bike because it has to fit around the yoke bob, but these are them, and the lock seems to be already fitted. I assume they've thrown the keys in. They are rugged as fuck, which is good. So there you are, there's the inside of a box. Look at that. I got these from Overlanders down in Wexford, who were sound lads. Gave me a couple of bob off, not because, you know, I'm a social media influencer, but just because they're sound. They don't even know who I am, to be honest. But do you know who I am? Anyway, those are the boxes. Look pretty nice. This is the black anodized version, so it's pretty nice and rugged looking anyway. So there you are. And there's the bits on the back. I assume I'll get to fiddle with them at some point. Alright, here's the big old box. I assume that's a receipt and stuff. And stickers! Yes! Love stickers. Right. That is, I assume, just packing shite. There was something in that. Remind me to look at that later. I hate when you throw away bits of bubble wrap and then you're like, doing something in there. This looks like part of the rack for the back of the bike. Yeah, there you go. Try that in there. This looks like more packing shite. More packing shite. And the other side of the rack, it looks like. Alright. So that's all the things. Other side of the rack. We've also got some. There is the KTM top box case. Touratech do a top box case, but only KTM did one in match the color of the bike. So of course you need to do that. So that's what we got. And I'm gonna open up these next up. Okay, the big box was the top case, which looks pretty nice. Having a good look at it now in a sec. The other box is, you know, random crap, it looks like. So what do we got? Stuff. A snood, a thing. Multifunction stick. It's a snood. Cheers. That seems to be a freebie. Cool. That's the back over your number plate of the thing, of the rack, it looks like. So that goes over there. Big fuck off catalogue. Buy more Touratech shit. We'll see. We'll see. And there's a bag of bits. So I assume this is off this as well. And that is everything. That's everything I was expecting. Alright. Let's get cracking. Alright, first up, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by making you watch me put this on. The top case has some washers, some thick washers, which you space it from the regular case, or from the regular plate, and then you just screw it on. It's tapped there already, so let's get it on and we'll show you it on. Okay, that's it on. Fairly straightforward. Torx T40 bolts, and try to lock the fuck out of them, and 25 Newton meters, which means hang out of it. And this is the box, so I'll drop the box up on it. And so the box sort of bites in at the front there, and then here at the back you whip this out and then give it a belt, and it's a bit stiff to start out with, but that's kind of how you want it eventually, because I do not want it falling off in the middle of something. So like that. Okay, so hang out of it for for your first time locking it in place, but there you are, locked in place, not going anywhere. And that is the top box. So there we go, there's the key in there. And that's what it looks like. It is big, it's pretty big, but it's got everything you need on there. And as top boxes go, it is fairly spacious. I'm going to try and put various things in there later on and see how it looks. And so just to give you a better idea of how the mechanism works, so the box sort of you know, just sort of hangs on to the caliper at the front, and then you have this yoke here which will catch onto the thing at the back and lock up like that, and that's good and solid, no messing about. This handle here, you just reef to the side and it opens up. It is a bit stiff from the outset, but again, you know, a little bit of elbow grease or other kinds of grease, or just using it a couple of times is going to be good for it. So there you go. One other nice little touch with the sort of mechanism and latch on these is see a little hole there. You can, if you don't want to use the regular locks, because I think the locks are actually optional, you can just lash a little padlock in there. You're not going to get a huge padlock in, but you're going to get something in, and you can have either a backup, or just in case your lock is busted or you don't have the locks, you can just use a padlock. So that's pretty cool. Alright, here's the complicated bit, fucking IKEA time. So this is the frame for the boxes, left side and right side, and then there's a plate at the back that joins them together that goes behind your number plate. Instructions are actually reasonably good. The instructions are for the 1190 Adventure, but I assume they're pretty much the same. So the first step, I believe, is these are the things for the regular boxes, the KTM boxes. So we're going to whip these off, and then also whip off these, which are also for the KTM boxes to go into, so we don't need those anymore. Okay, first little deviation from the instructions. So I don't know if this is a difference from the 1190 to the 1290, but if you look at these little guys here, they're actually connected through the bike. So if I push that, you can see the one on the other side moving. So that's obviously for stability, or just so there's a little bit of give in the boxes. That's not mentioned in the instructions. It just says take this yoke off and be done with it. So I'm going to have to take this off as well, which is a little sort of a hex head bolt. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, that was slightly trickier than in the instructions. So there's this cross piece that goes through the bike on the 1290 Super Venture, and it wasn't hard to do. It's just the three bolts on each side came out, and then the two little T20 screws, and then you just got to give it a bit of a wrench to get it out. It doesn't just fall out, you have to actually pull it through. So I assume either I'm never going to want to put that back in, or it's going to be a bigger job to put it back in if that's the case. As well, the two other sort of bits also came off the bike. So here's the bike with all the bits of it. So you got your thing down there, three bolt holes up here, same deal around the other side. Lots of connection points to get to your thing. Okay, and here's the end result. So ended up being pretty straightforward. The one change from the instructions was taking out the little thing that goes through the bike there. So maybe I might block that up or tape it off or something, but I don't really care all that much. You know, just read the instructions and lay out the parts. I know on this side, all of those bolts are actually different lengths, so you just want to like take them out and lay them out like you're supposed to do with IKEA shit, but never do. So there's the KTM top case rack, the side here, the other side over there, fairly straightforward. They come together on a plate that actually goes on the front of the thing that your number plate goes on, and you get some new number plate screws there. So alright, there's the boxes on. As expected, this one's quite a bit bigger than the one on this side because it has to get around the end can, and they open up like so, and loads of room in there. There's a little retaining wire there, and you can actually open them either end. So this one here, close that up and open it the other side, and if opens that way either, or you can just take the lid off completely, which is great. And then the same key locks everything, locks the mechanism here, which is for taking it on and off, and then locks these, and then locks this thing on the top case and everything like that. That's it viewed from the front of the bike. You know, they're big old cases, but that's what you're kind of looking for. So take them off, you just grab your key, uncover your little keyhole here, which has a dust cover on it. Shove it in there, give it a turn, lift that up, and just pull the thing out. It takes a bit of pulling, and so that will just sit there like that, and then you can just lift them off. And then to put them back in, you just lift that up and just push it on, like so. And then the keys can be a bit fiddly, but yeah, they'll probably loosen up, and we'll get them working properly with a bit of grease, elbow or otherwise. So there we are. There's the Zega Pro 2 cases onto the KTM 1290 Super Venture. Loads of space. I'm going to look at accessories and shit, but probably not going to bother for a while. Generally day to day I'm just going to use the top case for coming in and out of work and doing stuff like that, but the side cases have loads of space and they're top loading, which is what I was looking for. A lot of OEM cases are side loading, including the KTM ones, and the rack itself looks not terrible, and that's the best you can hope for with big utilitarian sort of racks like that, like what Touratech do. So there you go. Enjoy.